Today's video is going to be about the different gearing options that come from Traxxas for the TRX-4M. So the ones that come in the truck are kind of the middle of the road. They're not slow, they're not fast. But you can buy slow speed gears and transmissions, and you can buy the fast speed or the high speed gears and transmissions. So I bought the low speed gears, and these are going to be going on the Bronco. And then I bought the high-speed transmission, which will be going on the Defender. And then I'll be showing you the installation, or I'll be showing you how to install both of these, the gears and the transmission. And then I'll show you the different speeds of these vehicles. And I'll compare all three transmissions and all three gearings. And as always, if you want to see just one part of this video, I'll have the timestamps down below, so you can just skip to that part. Okay, so I'm going to start by installing the high-speed transmission into the Defender. Because like I've said in other videos, my goal with the Bronco is I want it to be a good crawler. So I'll be installing the low-speed gears on the Bronco. And the Defender is more of like a cosmetic build. So I don't care how fast or slow it goes. So just to test out the high-speed transmission, we'll go ahead and install it in the Defender. All right, to install the transmission itself, the first thing we'll need to do is remove this battery mount. Hopefully I didn't just break something there. I think it was just, I don't think it was glued down. It was just kind of stuck on there for whatever reason. All right, so I'm not going to completely remove this from the wiring, but that'll give us access now to unscrew these 4 screws here, and this whole assembly should just pop out, and then we should be able to just drop in the new transmission. All right, now that I've got all the screws taken out, I should be able to just pull this out. Let's see. Yep, there you go. And which wire here is for the motor? I don't really want to cut that zip tie, but looks like I have to. So now that you have this out, we just have to remove the axle ends here and pop them onto the new one. All right, there's the high-speed transmission. One thing I don't like right away is that it's gray. I wish it was black. All right, so now we'll just do everything in reverse. Easy. All right, boom, easy as that. And that's the appeal of the transmission and motor combo. And I think that's why most people are gonna wanna buy this, is just because of how easy it's going to be to install. And also, if you just have one TRX-4M, you'll be able to swap between different transmissions and without having to go in and change out the gears every time you want to change the speed of your truck, which is pretty cool. Next, we're gonna install the low speed gears into the transmission on my Bronco. So obviously the first steps are going to be very similar to what we did with the Defender. We're going to remove the battery tray by unscrewing these two screws, pop that off, and then remove the whole transmission by unscrewing the 4 screws there. Pretty easy. And then I'll show you how to install the gears. I think most people are gonna want to do this. You're really gonna want to, if you're gonna use your truck for crawling, most people are gonna want the low range gears because the ones that come with the truck are just too high speed. And the cheapest way by far is just to buy the gears by themselves, with the added benefit of you being able to keep your black gearbox, which in my opinion looks a lot better. Yep, looks like they're all the same size, so that's good. I don't have to keep them organized. Now, boom, pop this bad boy off. I should probably have opened up the gear, took the gears out of the bag before I popped this off, but oh well, not a big deal. So, low speed gears. I'm gonna pop this guy open and get my scissors. Okay, so I think the way to do this is going to be to try to match the, hopefully my mic's picking me up here, is to try to match the gears based on the way they look, because they're going to be different sizes obviously, so I think that's doable. Did I have to unscrew this other side? I think I have to unscrew this other axle piece too. Now this should slide out, right? Yeah, okay. So it goes in this way. And this gear comes off like this. So I'm gonna put the old gears over here on the right. I'm gonna find another gear that looks very similar. I think it's this one. Yep. And then next we have this, which I think yeah, we're gonna replace with this here. There we go, that just slides out. And this one slides back in. So that'll go like that. So see what I mean about the shapes of the gears? They all have slightly different shapes, so different sizes, but the same shape. I think the best way is gonna be to pull the motor out and then pop that gear off. want to make sure I pushed it on all the way. All right, that looks good. Now just do everything the opposite way. Does that motor actually kind of sit into this gearbox? No, that's good. That's good news. That means you should be able to install a round motor. I know a lot of people have speculated about this. I'm probably a little late to the game on figuring that one out. All right, so next I think it was this here. Let's see. No, this way maybe. And then this gear. And then this one goes in this way. So yeah, go ahead and put the cover back on. Now toss these axle pieces back on. Let me just slide the axles back in. So now we can just reattach the motor assembly here and reattach the battery mount, and we're ready to do our tests. Boom, done. Now let's go test them. So this is how we're gonna compare the speeds of the different transmissions. I've got about 10 feet marked out here from this SCX24 to that one down there. I'm gonna put the Bronco here. We're gonna pull the trigger all the way down, hold it until it hits the dog toy down there, which is about 10 feet. And I'll do that for each one of the transmissions so we can get a good idea of how they compare. Okay, to wrap this video up, let me first start off by talking about the gears versus gearbox. I think 99% of people are going to want to just buy the gears. They are $35 cheaper. The gears only cost $5. So you're going to save a lot of money. And it really only took about 5 minutes longer to install them versus just installing the gearbox. So it really doesn't save that much time. And most people are just going to want to pick a set of gears, install them in their truck, and just never think about it again. So my recommendation, go with the gears. Really the only type of person that's going to want the gearbox is someone who plans on frequently swapping out their gear ratios. So if that's you, go with the gearbox. Otherwise, stay away from that ugly gray box. It just, I don't understand why they went with gray. It looks like shit, doesn't match with the truck at all. But as far as the speeds, I was surprised at how fun the high-speed gears were. I think if you're a parent buying the TRX-4M for your child, they're going to have a lot more fun with the high-speed gears, because what it's going to do is allow the truck to perform more like a traditional RC. It's going to be fast, you can bash it around, do jumps with it, and it's going to handle it. It's a hobby-grade RC, so kids are going to have a blast with the high-speed gears. I had a lot of fun with them. I'm probably going to keep them in my truck. For the low speed gears, those are going to be good for people who want to crawl with their truck. With the stock gearing, it's just too high of gear. There's not enough torque in the stock gears to get over a lot of obstacles. So I feel like hobbyists are going to want the low speed gears. So I guess it depends on what you plan on doing with your truck, but I highly recommend buying these gears. They're only $5. I mean, I did run into some issues with the high-speed gears. As you can see, the truck traction rolls. And I really can't blame it because the steering angle is so high. What is it, 45 degrees? So it's kind of expected when going high speeds. But yeah, it was a lot of fun. So I'd highly recommend these gears. Thanks for watching.